Hi dear, welcome to your favorite audiobook channel Wisdom Flickss. How to win at everything you do. Introduction. Winning is a skill, not just luck. Let's begin with a simple truth. Winning is not a matter of luck. It's not something handed to a chosen few, nor is it reserved for those with perfect timing, rare talent, or fortunate birthright. Winning is a skill, and just like any other skill, it can be learned, developed, and mastered. This idea is powerful. It means you are not a victim of chance. You are not waiting for fate to favor you. You are capable, right now, of building the mindset, behaviors, and systems that lead to winning in every area of your life. Whether it's success in business, fulfillment in relationships, mental resilience, health, or personal growth, this book will give you the tools to win. But more than that, it will help you understand this deeper truth. Winning is not an event. It's a way of living. What does it truly mean to win? Most people think of winning as coming first, dominating others, or collecting trophies. But winning is much more personal and much more powerful than that. Winning means becoming the person you admire. It means reaching your own standards, not just society's expectations. It means doing what matters with excellence, even when it's difficult. It's progress with purpose. Winning doesn't require you to be better than others. It requires you to be better than your past self. It's not about shouting your success. It's about quietly building your legacy. The wins that matter most are internal. And once you master those, the external wins follow naturally. You don't need to be perfect, just intentional. So many people hold themselves back because they think they need to have everything figured out before they begin. But real winners, no, you don't need to be perfect. You just need to be committed. Small, consistent actions make a much greater impact than bursts of intensity. One good habit, practiced daily, can reshape your future. One decision to try again, to learn, to stay focused. That's what separates winners from everyone else. This book will teach you how to design those decisions, install those habits, and build the mindset that allows you to execute with clarity and confidence. Winning is a mental game first. Before you can win in your outer world, you have to win in your inner world. That means mastering your thoughts, emotions, and reactions. It means removing self-doubt, fear, and excuses, and replacing them with clarity, discipline, and courage. Success is rarely about physical resources. It's about mental readiness. Winning begins in your mind. The way you think shapes the way you act, and the way you act shapes the results you experience. This book will help you reprogram your thoughts so they work for you, not against you. The truth about luck: some people will try to downplay the achievements of others by saying they just got lucky. But that's almost never the full story. Luck is a factor in life, yes, but it is never the foundation of sustained success. Preparation, effort, focus, and resilience. These are the real drivers behind every long-term win. People who consistently win prepare for opportunities before they appear. They show up when no one's watching. They build discipline when there's no applause. And when luck does come their way, they're ready to seize it because they've earned it. This book is not about luck. It's about learning how to win, regardless of your circumstances. What to expect from this book: each chapter will focus on one powerful principle of winning. We will cover how to build an unshakable mindset, how to focus in a distracted world, how to turn failure into strength, and how to create daily systems that drive success. That you'll learn how to manage your time, lead yourself and others, build confidence, and upgrade your emotional intelligence. More importantly, you'll learn how to apply these lessons immediately in ways that create visible change in your life. This is a practical book. It's meant to be listened to, absorbed, and acted on. Whether you're looking to elevate your career, improve your relationships, or sharpen your discipline, this is your guide to doing it the right way. With intention, clarity, and conviction, you are the foundation. There is no secret shortcut to success, no magic button. The path to winning isn't something you find, it's something you build. And you are the one who builds it. You are not missing anything. You have everything you need to win. You simply need to align your actions with your potential. You must choose growth over comfort, clarity over confusion, and discipline over delay. You won't win every time. That's the truth. But you can become someone who always learns, always improves, and always moves forward. That's a real winner. Let's begin this journey together. Chapter 1. Decide that you're a winner before you can win at anything. You must make a decision, a firm, unwavering decision to become a winner. Not someday, not when conditions are perfect. Right now, this decision is not about ego. It's not about shouting to the world, "I'm the best." It's about silently but powerfully choosing to hold yourself to a higher standard. It's a commitment to growth, excellence, and persistence. It's a personal declaration. No matter what life throws at me, I will keep rising. I will keep moving forward. I will win. That mindset changes everything. You win first in the mind long before you ever succeed in your career, your relationships, your goals, or your finances. You win in your mind. The people who achieve lasting success all have one thing in common. They see themselves as winners before they have the results to prove it. They operate with an internal certainty, a belief that they are capable of overcoming, adapting, and achieving. This isn't delusion. It's identity. And identity drives behavior that if you see yourself as someone who always figures things out, then even when challenges come, you don't break. You rise. Because your self-image is aligned with action and confidence. But if you walk through life believing that you're unlucky, unworthy, or not good enough, your actions will mirror that. You'll hesitate. You'll hold back. You'll talk yourself out of opportunities before they even start. To change your results, you must first change your self-concept. You must decide that you're a winner before the world ever agrees. The power of decision. There is something uniquely powerful about a real decision. That a true decision means there is no turning back. No half-hearted attempts. No more waiting for someone else to choose you. You choose yourself. From the outside, it may look simple, but inside, it creates a shift. Because the moment you decide to become a winner, you stop entertaining excuses. You stop tolerating average. You start acting in alignment with the person you are becoming. That it's not about fake confidence. It's about clarity. This decision doesn't mean you'll never fail. In fact, you will. But now, you'll respond like a winner. You'll get back up faster, learn quicker, work smarter. Because you're not just chasing success, you're becoming someone who wins by habit. Your beliefs shape your reality. You don't get what you want in life. You get what you believed. If deep down you believe that you're not good enough, that you don't deserve success, or that winning is for other people, those beliefs will quietly sabotage every opportunity that comes your way. But when you believe, truly believe, that you are worthy, capable, and destined to win, you begin to act with power. You speak with certainty. You take risks. You handle rejection with grace. You show up consistently. And that consistency compounds into results. Take inventory of your beliefs. Ask yourself, do I believe I'm capable of winning? Do I believe I can get better every day? Do I believe that effort pays off? Do I believe I'm worthy of success? If the answer is no, don't panic. You don't have to change everything overnight, but you do need to start speaking and thinking in alignment with the person you want to become. Start affirming a new truth. Speak it out loud if you must. I am a winner. I take responsibility for my life. I grow stronger through challenges. I do what others won't. I get better every single day. Winners take responsibility. There is one mindset shift that separates winners from everyone else. They take full responsibility for their outcomes. They don't blame circumstances. They don't wait for someone else to change their life. They don't play the victim. They know that while they can't control everything that happens, they can always control how they respond. And that response determines their next step and their long-term results. When you decide to become a winner, you take back your power. You no longer live in reaction mode. You begin to live intentionally, with purpose and direction. Responsibility is not a burden. It's a key. It unlocks growth, control, and freedom. The internal dialogue of a winner every day. You're having silent conversations with yourself. And those conversations shape your life. Winners speak to themselves differently. They may still have doubts and fears, but they don't let those voices dominate their thinking. Instead, they train their minds to say things like, I've faced hard things before. I can do it again. This setback is temporary. I'm learning. I will figure this out step by step. Let's focus. Let's take the next action. Your self-talk is not just background noise, it's programming. Every time you think and speak like a winner, you reinforce the mindset that drives winning behavior. Identity is repetition. You don't become a winner by declaring it once. You become a winner by choosing it repeatedly through your habits, thoughts, and actions. Every time you show up with discipline, you're proving it. Every time you choose courage over comfort, you're building it. Every time you stay focused, when it would be easier to drift, you're strengthening your identity. You become what you repeatedly do. Winning becomes a habit, a reflex, a default mode of operation. But it all begins with the first step, deciding that it's who you are. Action. Step. Your personal declaration. Take a moment and write your own winner's declaration, something you can return to every day. Here's a simple example to start with. I am not here to live small. I am here to win. I take ownership of my life. I improve every day. I rise when I fall. I do the work. I stay focused. I win by design. Say it aloud. Repeat it daily. Let it guide your thoughts, your choices, and your momentum. Because the moment you decide that you're a winner, your life starts to move in that direction. Now it's your move. Chapter 2. Clarity is power. If there is one trait that separates the winners from the wanderers, it is clarity. Clarity is the hidden force behind every high-achieving individual. It's what allows someone to move forward with confidence when others are stuck in confusion. It turns wishful thinking into practical strategy. It eliminates the noise, sharpens your vision, and gives your actions weight. Without clarity, even the most talented person will drift. With clarity, even an average person can rise above. So what exactly is clarity? It is the ability to define, with precision, what you want and why it matters. It's being so sure of your direction that distractions lose their power over you. It's not vague ambition. It's focused intention. Winners don't just want success. They define it. They know what they're aiming at. And that makes all the difference. The problem with vague goals: most people lose before they even begin, not because they're lazy or incapable, but because their goals are too vague. They say things like, I want to be successful. I want to get in shape. I want to make more money. I want to be happier. But what do these statements really mean? They're unclear. They're foggy. And fog breeds hesitation. You can't hit a target you haven't defined. You can't focus on something you can't visualize. Vague goals create vague action. And vague action leads to weak results. Winners get specific. They define what success looks like in real, measurable terms. Not, I want to get fit. Instead, I want to lose 10 pounds and feel energized every morning. Not, I want more money. Instead, I want to earn $100,000 this year doing work I enjoy. Not, I want to be happier. Instead, I want to spend time each day doing what brings me peace, like reading, walking, or connecting with loved ones. Clarity turns dreams into targets. Why clarity builds confidence. When you have clarity, your confidence multiplies. You walk into situations knowing what you want. You stop chasing every shiny opportunity and start filtering decisions through a simple question. Does this move me closer to my vision or farther away? That clarity becomes your internal compass. It saves you from burnout because you're no longer spreading yourself thin across too many directions. It silences overthinking because your path is defined, and it allows you to measure progress, which motivates you to keep going. Think about a pilot flying a plane. If the destination is unknown, the journey becomes dangerous. But when the coordinates are locked in, even turbulence can't stop them. They adjust course and keep flying. Your goals are the coordinates. Clarity is the autopilot. The difference between motion and progress: a lot of people are constantly busy. They feel like they're doing a lot. But activity alone means nothing without clarity. Motion is not the same as progress. You can be running fast in the wrong direction. Clarity ensures that your effort is aimed in the right direction. It protects you from the trap of being productive with things that don't matter. It forces you to ask, is this action aligned with my highest goal, or just keeping me distracted? That single question can transform your schedule and your results. Clarity starts with a simple vision. Here's the good news. Clarity doesn't require complexity. It starts with a simple question. What do I really want? Don't overthink it. Sit with it. Be honest. What kind of life do you want to live? What kind of person do you want to become? What kind of work gives you purpose? What kind of relationships do you want to nurture? What values do you want to live by? Your answers don't have to be perfect. They just need to be real. From those answers, you begin to shape a vision. And that vision becomes the lens through which you view everything. When you know what matters, You stop wasting energy on what doesn't. Turn vision into action. Once your vision is clear, you must turn it into action steps. This is where most people stop. They dream big, but never define the small, specific behaviors that bring those dreams to life. Let's fix that. Ask yourself, what does the winner version of me do each morning? What do they avoid during the day? How do they handle challenges? What do they prioritize daily? Now reverse engineer it. Build routines and systems that reflect that identity. For example, if your vision is to be a high-level entrepreneur, your daily actions might include waking up early and planning the day, blocking time for deep, focused work, tracking income, and learning about leadership, connecting with potential clients or partners. Those are clear, trackable actions. And when repeated, they bring your vision into reality. Write it down. See it clearly. Clarity deepens when it's written down. The act of writing forces you to think clearly. It turns scattered ideas into structured goals. Start by writing your primary goal. What is the one thing you want to achieve in the next 6 to 12 months? Your why. Why does it matter? How will it impact your life? Key milestones. What smaller steps will get you there? Daily actions. What will you do each day or week to stay on track? Keep this somewhere visible. Read it often. Let it guide your decisions. Clarity isn't a one-time event. Your vision may evolve. That's natural. Life changes. You grow. Your values deepen. Clarity isn't a one-time decision. It's a daily practice. Every morning is a chance to re-clarify what matters. Every challenge is an opportunity to ask, is this helping me or distracting me? Every week is a chance to review and realign. Stay close to your clarity, and you'll never drift far from your purpose. That a clear mind is a powerful mind. The world is full of distractions, noise, demands, opinions. But when your inner world is clear, the outer world becomes manageable. You move through life with precision. You say no to the unnecessary without guilt. You say yes to what matters without hesitation. And that's what gives you the edge. In a noisy world, clarity is a rare and powerful advantage. The person who knows what they want is already ahead of 90% of people. Make it your mission to gain clarity. Protect it, refine it, and use it as your foundation for every win to come. Chapter 3. Discipline wins when motivation fails. Motivation is powerful, but it's unreliable. That you've felt it before. That rush of energy after watching an inspiring video or reading a quote that speaks to your soul. You feel unstoppable for a while. Then Monday hits. The alarm rings. Life gets busy, and that motivation, gone. This is where most people give up. They think something's wrong with them. They assume they just don't have enough willpower, or that they're not motivated enough to follow through. But the truth is far simpler and more empowering. You don't need more motivation. You need more discipline. What is discipline, really? Discipline is doing what needs to be done, even when you don't feel like it. That it's waking up early, showing up consistently, sticking to your habits, pushing through resistance. Not because you're always excited, but because you've made a commitment to yourself. Discipline isn't about being rigid. It's about being reliable. It's the invisible thread that ties your intentions to your outcomes. Motivation is emotion. Discipline is structure. Winners understand this. They build systems that work whether or not they're in the mood. They don't rely on feelings. They rely on standards. Why motivation alone will let you down? Motivation is fleeting because it's emotion-based. Emotions are constantly shifting. They respond to sleep, stress, weather, environment, people, and hundreds of other factors. Point 1. Bad night of sleep can drain all your motivation. Point 1. Argument can throw off your entire day. That's why winners don't depend on motivation. They don't wait to feel like it. They train themselves to act regardless. Discipline is the bridge between your goals and your habits. It carries you across when motivation walks away. Discipline builds momentum. The first time you wake up early to work on your goals, it's hard. The second time, it's still hard. But by the 10th time, something shifts. It becomes your new normal. Discipline creates momentum, and momentum makes things easier over time. Think of a snowball rolling down a hill. It starts small, but as it keeps moving, it gathers more snow, gains speed, and becomes unstoppable. That's what daily discipline does. It starts slow, but it compounds. You don't have to be extreme. You just have to be consistent. Daily discipline beats occasional intensity too. Many people try to win with bursts of intensity. They go all in for a few days, then burn out and disappear. That's not winning. That's wishful thinking. Discipline is steady. It's not glamorous. It's not dramatic. It's small, repeated action done with commitment. A 10-minute morning routine practiced every day beats a 2-hour workout once a week. Writing 500 words daily will finish your book faster than waiting for inspiration to strike. Saving a small amount every week builds more wealth than trying to invest everything at once when you feel ready. Success doesn't require extremes. It requires consistency, and consistency is born from discipline. The rule of one: start small, stay consistent. Discipline doesn't mean overhauling your life overnight. It means choosing one habit, one goal, or one behavior, and sticking with it, no matter what. Choose. 1. Wake up at the same time every day. Read 10 pages of a good book. Plan your day before it begins. Avoid junk food on weekdays. Walk 30 minutes after work. Start small. Show yourself that you can keep promises. Once you prove that, build on it. You don't need to sprint. You just need to show up. Every day, make it easier to be disciplined. Discipline isn't about punishing yourself. It's about making the right actions easier to follow. Here are 3 simple ways to make discipline stick. Remove friction. Prepare the night before. Lay out your clothes. Clear your workspace. Make the first step effortless. Set triggers. Attach your desired action to a habit you already do. For example, after brushing your teeth, read 1 page. After making coffee, write your top 3 priorities for the day. Create accountability. Tell someone your goal. Or better, track your progress. Seeing a streak builds identity. You don't want to break the chain. Discipline doesn't have to feel like a battle. It can be strategic, efficient, and even enjoyable. Discipline and identity. Discipline isn't just a behavior. It's an identity. When you act with discipline, you're telling your mind, this is who I am. Each time you follow through, you reinforce the belief that you're dependable, strong, and focused. And that belief makes the next action easier. It's no longer, I'm trying to be consistent. It becomes, I am a disciplined person. This is what I do. The more you see yourself that way, the more you live that way. When you slip, don't stop. Let's be honest. No one is perfect. You will slip. You'll miss a day. You'll break a streak. That doesn't make you weak. That makes you human. But what winners do differently is they never let one bad day turn into 2. They reset. They refocus. They get back up the next day without guilt or drama. Discipline isn't about never failing. It's about bouncing back quickly and refusing to quit. Discipline creates freedom. This may sound like a contradiction, but it's true. The more disciplined you are, the more freedom you gain. Discipline gives you control over your time, your energy, your direction. It frees you from regret. It frees you from chaos. It frees you from the emotional roller coaster of waiting for motivation to arrive. Freedom isn't doing whatever you want whenever you feel like it. Freedom is having the power to act on what truly matters, consistently. Discipline makes that possible, live by design, not by default. When you build discipline into your life, you stop reacting to the world and start shaping it. You stop hoping things will improve and start making them better. You become the architect of your day, your habits, your results. That is how winners are built, not through excitement, but through commitment, not by motivation, but by discipline. Chapter 4. Master the art of relentless focus. Focus is the new superpowered I in a world overloaded with distractions, flooded with noise, and constantly competing for your attention. The ability to focus has become rare and incredibly valuable. The truth is, most people don't lose because they're incapable. They lose because they're distracted. Focus is what allows a person of average talent to outperform a distracted genius. Focus is how you get more done in a few deep hours than others do in a full day of scattered effort. Focus is the force multiplier behind all progress. If you want to win at everything you do, you must not only learn how to focus, you must master it with discipline and protect it with intention. Why focus matters more than ever. Attention is your most precious resource. Not time, attention. Because what you focus on determines where your energy flows, and where your energy flows determines your results. You can have all the time in the world, but if your mind is scattered, you'll achieve very little. But even with a limited schedule, if your focus is sharp, You can accomplish extraordinary things. Every win you'll ever create, every project, relationship, habit, skill will require your attention. And the quality of that attention will dictate the quality of the outcome. The high cost of distraction, let's be honest. We live in a distracted culture. Most people check their phones over 100 times a day. They jump between apps, messages, tasks, and tabs without ever really finishing anything. Their attention is pulled in 10 directions, and they wonder why they feel stuck, anxious, or burned out. Distraction isn't just annoying, it's expensive. It wastes your time, drains your energy, and keeps you operating at a surface level. To win, you need to go deep. To go deep, you need focus. Shallow work versus deep work. There are two types of work: shallow work and deep work. Shallow work is reactive. It's checking notifications, replying to messages, jumping from task to task without much thought. It keeps you busy, but it rarely moves the needle. Deep work is intentional. It's thinking deeply, creating, building, solving hard problems. It's where real results come from. Winners structure their days around deep work. They guard their focus like it's gold, because it is. They don't let shallow tasks dictate their time. They plan their work around their best hours. And they train themselves to work without distractions. Train your focus like a muscle. Focus is not just a skill, it's a muscle. And like any muscle, it gets stronger with deliberate use and weaker with neglect. If you've been living in a distracted state for a long time, don't worry. You can rebuild your focus. But it takes practice. Start small. Commit to just 25 minutes of uninterrupted focus each day on a meaningful task. Use a timer. Put your phone in another room. Close all other tabs. Let your brain dive deep. Over time, increase that to 45 minutes, then 60. Eventually, you'll be able to enter focused states for longer periods, and the amount of work you complete will astonish you. Create an environment for focus. Your environment plays a major role in your ability to focus. You can't rely on willpower alone. You must design surroundings that support deep work. Here are 3 simple steps to build a focus-friendly environment. Eliminate visual distractions. Clear your workspace. Remove clutter. Minimize anything that draws your eyes away from your task. Control digital interruptions. Turn off non-essential notifications. Log out of distracting platforms during focus sessions. Use website blockers if needed. Designate focus zones. Have a space, physical or mental, where deep work happens. Entering that space signals your brain it's time to focus. You don't need a fancy office. You need intention. Schedule your focus like an appointment. If you don't plan your focus, the world will plan your distraction. That's why winners schedule their deep work. It's not optional. It's blocked in the calendar like a meeting. And they protect it. You don't need 10 hours. You need focused blocks. 90 minutes of intense effort can outwork a whole distracted day. Decide when your mind is sharpest. For some, it's early morning. For others, it's late evening. Identify your peak focus window and guard it.no calls. No notifications. No multitasking. Just you and the task that matters most. The myth of multitasking. Many people believe they're great multitaskers. But research tells a different story. Multitasking is a myth. You're not doing 2 things at once. You're rapidly switching between them. And every switch comes at a cost. Your brain takes time to reorient. That delay, called attention residue, makes your thinking slower and your work shallower. It breaks flow. It ruins rhythm. Winners don't multitask. They single task with intensity. They give full attention to one thing at a time, and then move to the next with clarity and energy. Focus creates flow. Flow is that beautiful state where you're fully immersed. Time slows. Distractions fade. You're fully present and performing at your best. That it's not luck. It's a product of deep focus, clear goals, and meaningful challenges. Enter flow consistently. Work on tasks that stretch you but don't overwhelm you. Eliminate interruptions for extended periods. Set clear, specific goals for each session. Track your progress so your mind stays engaged. Flow is where your best work lives. Focus is how you find the door. Energy fuels focus. Focus is not just mental, it's physical. Your brain consumes a tremendous amount of energy when concentrating. That's why winners take care of their sleep, nutrition, hydration, and movement. They understand that physical energy supports mental clarity. Sleep at least 7 hours consistently. Fuel your body with clean foods. Drink water throughout the day. Move regularly. Stretch. Walk. Trained up. A focused mind starts with a healthy body. Make focus a daily habit. You don't need to be focused all day. You just need daily windows of powerful, uninterrupted focus. Start with 1 to 2 deep focus blocks per day. Keep a distraction notebook nearby. When a random thought pops up, jot it down and return to the task. End each session by noting what you accomplished. This builds momentum. Make it your personal standard. When I work deeply. That identity will elevate everything you do. Win the war for your attention. Your focus is under attack by notifications, algorithms, open tabs, background noise, and even your own habits. But the good news is you can win that war because focus isn't about perfection. It's about choice. Every time you choose focus over distraction, you get stronger. Every day, you reclaim your attention, you reclaim your power, master your focus, and you master your future. Chapter 5. Learn faster than everyone else if you want to win in today's world, whether in business, relationships, health, or life in general. There's one competitive edge that surpasses all others. Your ability to learn quickly. That we live in a time where information is abundant, but wisdom is rare. The winners are not the ones who know everything. They're the ones who learn faster, apply smarter, and adapt sooner than the rest. Fast learning isn't about rushing. It's not about memorizing more facts or reading more books than everyone else. It's about learning deeply, efficiently, and in a way that sticks, so you can turn knowledge into results. Why speed of learning equals speed of winning? Think about the people who rise fastest in any field. They're not always the most experienced. They're not always the most connected, but they are the most adaptable. They take feedback, absorb lessons, make changes, and evolve quickly. They don't sit around waiting to feel ready. They learn what they need to know, and then they move. Learning fast gives you the power to spot opportunities before others do, solve problems with less stress, make decisions with more confidence, build skill sets that separate you from the crowd. In short, the faster you learn, the faster you grow. Learning is not passive. It's a skill. Many people think learning is just sitting, listening, reading, or watching. That's information consumption, not true learning. Real learning is active. It's when your brain engages with the material, breaks it down, tests it, connects it to what you already know, and, most importantly, uses it. Winners don't just collect information. They interact with it. They question it, apply it, and extract value from it. That's what turns knowledge into power. The 4 steps of fast, effective learning. To learn faster than everyone else, you must upgrade the way you approach learning. Here's a simple, powerful system to accelerate your growth. Step 1. Capture. You can't learn what you don't notice. The first step is deliberately capturing knowledge as you move through your day. Great learners are always collecting useful ideas, insights, and lessons from books, podcasts, conversations, experiences, failures. They keep a notebook, journal, or digital tool to capture new thoughts immediately. They write things down. They don't rely on memory. Every idea you don't write down is an idea you'll likely forget. Step 2. Compress. Information overload is a real problem. That's why winners learn how to distill complexity into simplicity. After capturing an idea, ask, what's the core message? How can I say this? In one sentence? What's the one thing I can do with this? Don't just collect quotes, extract principles. Reduce pages of material into key takeaways. Turn 10 ideas into 3 actionable ones. This compression process strengthens understanding and improves recall. Step 3. Connect. Fast learning happens when new information connects with existing knowledge. Your brain loves patterns. The more you link new ideas to what you already know, the easier it becomes to remember and use them. Ask, how does this relate to something I already understand? Can I teach this to someone else in my own words? Where in my life or work does this apply? The more connections you make, the deeper the learning. Step 4. Create. This is where learning becomes power. By creating with it, that it's not enough to read or listen. You have to use what you learn. Apply it to a project. Journal about it. Teach it to someone. Speak about it. Build something with it. Creation locks knowledge into your system. It takes learning from theory to transformation. Learn just in time, not just in case. Many people binge on information without a clear reason. They're learning just in case. Just in case I need this someday. Winners take a different approach. They learn just in time, only what they need, when they need it, for a specific purpose. This sharpens focus and prevents overwhelm. It makes your learning goal-directed instead of scattered. You retain more because it's relevant now. So before diving into a new book, video, or course, ask, why am I learning this? What outcome do I want from it? How will I apply it immediately? Purpose-driven learning accelerates mastery. Speed reading is not speed understanding. Fall into the trap of thinking fast learning means fast reading. Reading faster is helpful, yes, but only if you're actually understanding, retaining, and applying what you read. Slow down when needed. Highlight key points. Reflect. Pause to think. Ask questions. Repetition is more powerful than speed. The goal is not to finish. The goal is to grow. The power of spaced repetition. Want to remember more of what you learn? Use spaced repetition, a proven method that involves revisiting information over spaced intervals. This taps into how your brain naturally stores long-term memory. Simple ways to use it. Review your notes weekly. Revisit highlights from your books monthly. Test yourself randomly. Summarize key lessons in your own words regularly. Repetition. Over time beats cramming every time. Your environment affects your learning speed. Where and how you learn matters. Your surroundings, your posture, even your mental state, all play a role. Learn faster. Minimize distractions. Study or absorb ideas in the same location to build consistency. Take handwritten notes. They improve memory. Move while learning. Walk, stand, or pace. Movement activates memory pathways. Your brain performs best in calm, clean, intentional environments. Design your space for absorption. Don't just learn for information. Learn for identity. This is the real secret. The fastest learners don't just ask, what do I need to know? They ask, who do I need to become? Because when you shift your identity, your behavior changes with it. If you want to win, you must learn like someone who expects to win. Someone who reads to lead. Someone who listens to grow. Someone who sees every moment as a chance to sharpen their edge. This identity turns learning into a way of life, not a task, not a chore, but a personal standard. In a world of noise, be the sharpest mind in the room. Everyone is scrolling. Everyone is reacting, but very few are deliberately learning, growing, and building real knowledge. That's your edge. Make learning a non-negotiable. Learn with urgency. Learn with precision. Learn like your life depends on it, because in many ways, it does. Those who learn fastest win fastest. Chapter 6. Turn failure into fire. Failure. The word alone makes most people flinch. It's uncomfortable. It stings. It bruises the ego. It can shake your confidence, slow your momentum, and tempt you to walk away from your dreams. But here's the truth that winners understand. Failure is not the end. It's fuel. Every person who has ever accomplished something great has one thing in common. They failed more times than most people have even tried. But they didn't run from failure. They didn't hide from it. They learned how to turn it into fire. This chapter is about doing the same. About shifting your relationship with failure so completely that, instead of fearing it, you start using it. Failure is feedback. Most people see failure as a dead end. Winners see it as data. When something doesn't go your way, you can either take it personally or take it constructively. The difference is everything. Failure is not a signal that you're not good enough. It's a signal that something needs to change. It's a teacher, not a punishment. It's pointing you toward a better method, a smarter path, or a new mindset. Winners dissect failure. They ask, what exactly went wrong? Was it my strategy? My timing? My preparation? What would I do differently next time? They mine every setback for insight, and that insight becomes their advantage. Emotional resilience. The secret weapon. The reason most people never truly win is simple. They don't know how to emotionally process failure. They take one rejection and shut down. They hit one wall and turn around. They face one obstacle and convince themselves it's not worth it. Winners are different. They don't deny the pain, but they don't let it define them either. They feel it. They acknowledge it. Then they rise above it. Resilience is not avoiding failure. It's recovering faster. And the more you experience failure, the more resilient you become. You realize that every fall has a purpose. Every mistake holds a lesson. Every breakdown sets the stage for a breakthrough. Failure reveals the truth. You learn more about yourself in failure than in success. Failure exposes your limits, yes, but it also reveals your inner strength, your grit, your drive. It shows you what you truly want. It strips away the surface and forces you to face the question, are you serious about this? Or just interested? Because if you're serious, you won't stop at failure. You'll study it. You'll rise from it. You'll rebuild with more clarity and conviction than ever before. And that's how winners are made. Redefining failure. One of the most powerful shifts you can make is to redefine what failure means to you. Here's a winning definition. Failure is not falling down. Failure is staying down. As long as you're still moving, still learning, still growing. You haven't failed. You've just found another way that doesn't work. And every time you find one of those, you're closer to finding what does. The fire within. Channeling the pain can crush you, or it can ignite you. Think about some of the most powerful success stories in history. Behind nearly every one of them is a chapter of deep struggle, a moment of being underestimated, a failure that felt final. But instead of quitting, they let it fuel them. They turned embarrassment into intensity, rejection into resilience, loss into focus. They didn't suppress the fire. They channeled it. You can do the same. Use criticism as fuel for refinement. Use rejection as fuel for determination. Use disappointment as fuel for clarity. Let every failure sharpen your edge instead of dulling your drive. Fail fast. Learn faster. The goal isn't to avoid failure. It's to fail intelligently. Winners don't fear failure. They embrace it early, so they can learn faster than everyone else. This mindset changes how you act. You take more calculated risks. You iterate quickly. You become more curious, less cautious. You stop waiting for perfect conditions. You launch, test, observe, and adapt. You treat failure as feedback loops, not final judgments. The faster you fail, the faster you find your way. The confidence rebound. Confidence doesn't come from never failing. It comes from knowing that when you fail, you can recover. That confidence is unshakable. It means you're no longer afraid of the fall because you trust your ability to stand again. To build it. Practice this internal dialogue after any failure. What did I learn? How has this made me stronger? What's my next best move? This reframe builds emotional toughness. It builds trust in yourself, and it turns every failure into a stepping stone instead of a setback. Detach your worth from the outcome. One of the reasons failure hurts so much is that we attach our identity to our results. When something doesn't work, we don't just say, "This failed." We say, "I am a failure." That mindset is poison. You are not your performance. You are not your mistakes. You are not your worst day. You are someone who is learning, evolving, adapting, and becoming stronger through experience. That's the truth. Detach your self-worth from the outcome, and you gain freedom. You free yourself to try, to test, to grow. That's where power lives. Turn failure into fire. Let failure do its work, but don't let it stay unanswered. When you fail, use it as an ignition point to work harder, to prepare better, to dig deeper, to think smarter. Let it become your reason, not your excuse. Some people get bitter when they fail. Winners get better. Some people stop. Winners recalibrate. Some people retreat. Winners return with fire. Winning after loss is sweeter. Here's the part no one tells you. The win that comes after a fall tastes different. That it's not just achievement, it's redemption. It's not just success, it's survival. It's not just results, it's resurrection. When you win after losing, you become dangerous because you've proven that nothing, not failure, not rejection, not pain, can stop you. And that kind of person, that's someone who wins for life. Chapter 7. Develop magnetic confidence. Confidence is not arrogance. Confidence is not loud. Confidence is not walking into a room and thinking you're better than everyone else. True confidence is quiet power. It's the inner knowing that you are capable, prepared, and worthy. It's walking into a room without needing to prove anything, because you already believe in yourself. And when you have that kind of confidence, people feel it. They're drawn to it. They trust it. They follow it. This is what we call magnetic confidence, a level of self-assurance so steady, so grounded, that it pulls people toward you and pushes doubt away. But here's the good news. Confidence is not something you're born with. Confidence is a skill. You build it. You grow it. You protect it. Let's explore how. Why most people struggle with confidence. Most people believe confidence is something you either have or you don't. But that's false. Confidence doesn't come from personality. It comes from identity and preparation. The real reason people lack confidence is because they doubt their abilities, focus on past failures, wait for validation, compare themselves to others, fear being judged or rejected. But all of these come from how you think about yourself, not from who you really are. You don't need more talent to be confident. You need more proof. Proof that you can handle what's coming and proof that you can bounce back when you fall. Confidence is built every time you do the hard thing anyway. Confidence is earned through action. Confidence is not built by standing in front of a mirror chanting affirmations. It's built by doing the things that scare you repeatedly. That it's built when you show up, even when you're unsure. When you speak, even when your voice shakes. When you act, even when you feel fear. Confidence is a byproduct of courage. The more you take bold action, the more you prove to yourself that you are capable, and that proof becomes your power. Preparation creates confidence. Confidence doesn't just come from belief. It comes from being ready. That you're not nervous because you lack confidence. You're nervous because you know you're not prepared. That's why winners take preparation seriously. They study, they practice, they rehearse, they refine. They don't wing it. They work it. And when it's time to perform, they step up with calm energy, not because they're fearless, but because they've done the work. When you're prepared, fear fades. Doubt disappears. You trust yourself because you've seen the effort you've put in. Body language of confidence. Confidence is not just a feeling. It's something you communicate physically. Long before you say a word, your body tells the world how you feel about yourself. Here's how confident people carry themselves. They stand tall with their shoulders back. They maintain steady eye contact, not aggressive, just grounded. They speak clearly, with measured tone and pace. They move with purpose, no rushing, no fidgeting. They breathe slowly and deeply. This isn't about pretending. It's about sending the right signals to your brain and to others. Your body posture shapes your mindset. So when you hold yourself like someone who believes, you begin to become that person. Stop asking for permission to be powerful. One of the greatest killers of confidence is the habit of waiting. Waiting for approval, permission, or signs that it's okay to go for it. But here's the truth. No one is going to hand you confidence. You have to claim it. You have to decide that your ideas are valid, that your voice deserves to be heard, that your goals are worth chasing, that you belong. In the room, you don't need to feel ready. You need to start. Confidence comes after the decision to show up, not before. Silence the inner critic. We all have that voice inside, the one that whispers, "Who do you think you are? What if you fail? What will people say?" This is your inner critic, and it will always be there. The key is not to eliminate it, but to stop believing it. Winners talk back. They reframe the voice. They replace it with a new internal message. I'm learning. I don't need to be perfect. I've done harder things than this. I've earned the right to try. Confidence isn't about silencing doubt. It's about speaking truth louder than fear. Build a confidence bank. Think of your confidence like a bank account. Every small win, every promise kept, every challenge faced, that's a deposit. The more deposits you make, the more confidence you accumulate. The more withdrawals you can handle. So build a track record with yourself. Finish what you start. Keep your word. Celebrate your progress, no matter how small. Look back and recognize how far you've come. This self-respect adds up. It creates an internal wealth of belief that no failure can bankrupt. Confidence isn't loud. It's certain. A lot of people confuse confidence with bravado. But true confidence isn't about being loud or flashy. It's about being grounded, certain, unshakable. It's the quiet calm in a storm, the unwavering voice in a meeting, the steady hand in pressure. You don't have to shout when you're sure. Confidence speaks in presence, not volume. Confidence is magnetic. Confident people don't chase attention. It finds them. Why? Because confidence is rare. It's refreshing. It makes people feel safe, inspired, and challenged all at once. When you develop magnetic confidence, people listen when you speak. Opportunities come your way more often. You're seen as a leader, even if you never ask for it. You become a source of strength in every room you enter. Confidence is attractive, not because it's perfect, but because it's real. Chapter 8. Play long-term games. In today's fast-paced world, We are trained to seek quick wins, instant gratification, and immediate results. Social media, ads, and even many success stories push the idea that success can be fast, easy, and effortless. But the real winners? They know the truth. The most powerful victories come from playing the long game. Long-term thinking changes everything. It shifts your focus from fleeting moments to lasting impact. It turns short bursts of effort into sustainable momentum. And it builds a foundation that no quick fix can match. This chapter is about embracing patience, persistence, and perspective, the key ingredients to winning for life. Why long-term games matter. Imagine planting a tree. You don't water it once and expect shade tomorrow. You nurture it consistently over years. You protect it from storms. You give it time to grow. Success is the same. Long-term games matter because they build resilience. They create compound growth. They foster mastery. They deepen relationships. They lead to sustainable fulfillment. When you commit to the long haul, you're not chasing passing trends. You're building something meaningful. The power of compound growth. Compound growth is one of the most underrated forces in life. It's the principle that small, consistent actions multiply over time, creating exponential results. Consider these examples. Saving a little money each month grows into a fortune over decades. Reading a few pages daily transforms into vast knowledge over years. Practicing a skill a little every day leads to expert-level mastery. The key: start early and be consistent. The longer you play, the bigger your advantage. Short-term sacrifices. For long-term gains. Long-term games require patience and often sacrifice. You might miss out on immediate pleasures, quick profits, or easy shortcuts. But those sacrifices pay off in the long run. It's like training for a marathon, not a sprint. You can choose instant gratification or lasting success. Which do you want? The discomfort of waiting is temporary. The rewards of persistence last a lifetime. Avoid the pitfall of instant gratification. We live in a culture addicted to instant gratification. Likes, notifications, rewards. But this habit undermines long-term success. When you prioritize short-term pleasure, you risk sabotaging your future goals. You lose focus. You stop investing in what really matters. Long-term thinkers delay gratification. They practice self-control. They remind themselves that a moment of discomfort now leads to years of freedom later. Set goals that span years, not days. Short-term goals are important, but without long-term vision, they can feel meaningless. Set goals with horizons of 5, 10, even 20 years. Ask yourself, where do I want to be in 10 years? What habits do I need to build today to get there? Who do I want to become through this journey? Long-term goals give your daily actions purpose and direction. They turn routine into ritual and work into legacy. Master patience. Patience isn't passive waiting. It's active endurance. It's trusting the process even when results aren't visible. It's staying committed through setbacks, slow progress, and uncertainty. Remember, the best things in life often take time. Mastering patience means you won't quit when things get tough. You'll keep moving forward, step by step, build relationships that last. Long-term games aren't just about personal goals. They're about people. Winning for life requires building trust, respect, and genuine connections. Quick wins might get attention, but deep relationships bring influence and support. Over years, invest in others. Show up consistently. Be reliable. Over time, these relationships become your most valuable asset. Stay adaptable without losing your vision. Long-term games don't mean rigid plans. You must stay flexible and open to change. Circumstances evolve. New opportunities arise. Challenges appear. Winners adjust their tactics, but keep their vision steady. Adaptability plus persistence equals unstoppable progress. Celebrate progress, not perfection. Long-term success is a journey filled with ups and downs. Don't wait for perfection to celebrate. Recognize the small wins. Appreciate progress. Every step forward is evidence that you're on the right path. This mindset fuels motivation and sustains momentum over the long haul. Remember, winners think in decades. The difference between those who win and those who give up isn't talent or luck, it's time. Winners think in decades. They plant seeds today, water them tomorrow, and keep tending for years after. Long-term games require vision, discipline, and heart. If you commit to the journey, you'll create a legacy that lasts far beyond any short-term victory. Chapter 9. Outwork everyone. But smarter, there's a common saying. Hard work beats talent when talent doesn't work hard. It's true, but it's only half the story. Outworking everyone isn't just about grinding longer hours or pushing harder until you break. It's about working smarter, combining relentless effort with clear strategy that if you want to win at everything you do, you must embrace a mindset where hard work meets intelligent action. You need to outwork your competition, but do it with focus, efficiency, and purpose. Why outworking everyone matters. Talent, luck, and opportunity all play a role in success. But one factor is always within your control: your effort, the willingness to put in the hours, to do the work nobody else wants to do, to push past fatigue and frustration. That's where champions are made. Outworking others builds resilience. Skill and momentum.it means showing up when others don't, finishing what others leave unfinished, practicing longer and more deliberately. Hard work creates a foundation no one can steal, but hard work without strategy is inefficient. Working harder without direction is like running on a treadmill. Lots of effort, little forward progress. That's why winners don't just work hard. They work smart. They prioritize tasks that create the most impact. They eliminate busy work. They focus on high-value activities. Hard work is fuel. Strategy is the steering wheel. When you combine the two, you turn effort into results. Identify your highest leverage activities. Leverage is about focusing on tasks that give you the biggest return. Not all work is equal. Some things move the needle dramatically. Others just keep you busy. To outwork everyone smarter, you must identify your high leverage activities. Ask yourself, what task today will bring me closer to my biggest goal? Which actions have the most impact on my success? What can I delegate or eliminate to free my energy? Spend your effort on these critical tasks. Delegate or defer the rest. Batch your work. Multitasking is a productivity killer. To outwork smarter, batch similar tasks together. Set aside specific times for emails, calls, creative work, and administrative duties. Batching reduces context switching and boosts focus. By structuring your day around blocks of similar work, you get more done in less time and preserve your energy for the hard stuff. Use the 80-20 principle. The Pareto principle states 80% of results come from 20% of efforts. Winners know this instinctively. They analyze their work and ruthlessly focus on the few things that truly matter. This means saying no more often. It means cutting distractions and busy work. It means honing in on what creates value. Working smarter is working where the biggest impact lives. Plan your day. Every day outworking everyone starts with planning. Before your day begins, decide your top priorities. What will you accomplish? What will move your goals forward? Use simple tools, a to-do list, a calendar, or a planner. When you have a plan, you don't waste time wondering what to do next. You stay focused on your highest priorities. Planning isn't a luxury. It's a necessity. Take breaks to work better at. Sounds counterintuitive, but taking breaks helps you outwork smarter. Your brain isn't designed for non-stop grinding. Without rest, focus fades and mistakes rise. Use techniques like the Pomodoro method. Work for 25 minutes, then take a 5-minute break. Short breaks refresh your energy, sharpen your focus, and boost productivity. Working smarter means listening to your body and mind and respecting their limits. Leverage technology. Don't let it control you. Technology can be a tremendous productivity tool or a massive distraction. Outwork smarter by mastering your tools. Automate repetitive tasks. Use calendars and reminders. Block distracting websites during focus time. Use note-taking apps to capture ideas quickly. But don't let notifications, social media, or endless emails steal your time. Control your technology, or it will control you. Never stop improving your process. Outworking smarter means constantly refining how you work. Regularly review your routines. Ask, what's working well? What's wasting time? How can I streamline or improve? Experiment with new methods, tools, and habits. Small improvements add up to big gains over time. Outwork. By outlearning, hard work fuels progress. Smart work accelerates it. The ultimate way to outwork smarter is to outlearn everyone. Read, study, seek mentors, and practice deliberately. Every new skill or insight compounds your effort. Knowledge multiplies your hard work. Remember, effort builds Character outworking everyone is about more than success. It's about building grit, patience, and resilience. When you commit to consistent effort, smart and hard, you develop a mindset that no setback can shake. That mindset is your greatest asset. Make outworking a lifestyle. Winning isn't a one-time event. It's a lifestyle choice. Make outworking everyone your daily habit. Combine relentless effort with intelligent focus. Show up even when tired. Push through doubt. Work with purpose. That's how you win. Not just once, but over and over again. Chapter 10. Upgrade your circle. Winners only you are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. This simple truth has been echoed by thinkers, leaders, and successful people throughout history, and it remains as true today as ever. Your environment, your social circle, the people you surround yourself with. These have a profound effect on your mindset, your habits, your goals, and ultimately, your ability to win. That if you want to win at everything you do, upgrading your circle is not optional. It's essential. Why your circle matters more than you think. Humans are social creatures. We absorb attitudes, beliefs, and behaviors from those around us. That if your closest friends and colleagues are ambitious, positive, and driven, their energy will inspire and elevate you. That if they're complacent, negative, or doubtful, their mindset will weigh you down. Even if you don't realize it, your circle acts like a mirror and a magnet. It reflects who you are and pulls you toward who you become. Signs it's time to upgrade your circle. Not sure if your circle needs an upgrade? Watch for these signs. You feel drained or unmotivated after spending time with certain people. Your goals and values don't align with those around you. You find yourself making excuses or settling for less. You notice a pattern of negativity or complacency. You rarely feel challenged or inspired by your peers. That if any of these sound familiar, it's time to reconsider who you spend your energy on. How to identify winners? Winners aren't just those with titles or wealth. They are people who take responsibility for their lives, maintain a growth mindset, show resilience in the face of challenges, support and celebrate the success of others, continuously learn and improve, push themselves and others to higher standards. Look for people who live intentionally and led by example. They raise the bar and invite you to rise with them. Surround yourself with people who challenge you. Comfort zones are the enemy of growth. Your circle should challenge you to be better, not just make you feel comfortable. Seek out those who offer honest feedback, even when it's tough, hold you accountable to your commitments, inspire you to dream bigger, push you out of complacency. The right circle stretches you. It makes you uncomfortable in a good way. Create a circle of support and accountability. Winning isn't a solo journey. That a strong circle provides emotional support during tough times, encouragement when motivation fades, accountability to keep you on track, shared wisdom and diverse perspectives. Build relationships where you give and receive support equally. Find mentors, peers, and partners who share your vision and values. Limit toxic relationships. Some relationships drain more than they give. Toxicity comes in many forms: constant negativity, jealousy, manipulation, or lack of respect. While you may not be able to cut everyone out immediately, be intentional about limiting time and influence from toxic people. Protect your energy fiercely. It's one of your most valuable resources. How to upgrade your circle? Upgrading your circle requires effort and courage. Be proactive. Seek new connections through events, groups, or online communities aligned with your goals. Invest time. Deep, meaningful relationships take time to build. Show up consistently. Be selective, quality over quantity. It's better to have a few strong, supportive relationships than many superficial ones. Add value. Bring your best self. Support others and contribute meaningfully. Set boundaries. Be clear about what you will and won't tolerate. Remember, you attract what you project. The ripple effect of a winning circle. A winning circle doesn't just improve your life, it impacts everyone around you. Together, you amplify each other's strengths, overcome challenges faster, and achieve greater results. Success becomes contagious. As you grow, you naturally inspire others to upgrade their circle and create a cycle of winning. Chapter 11. Communicate like a leader. Communication is the lifeblood of leadership. It's how ideas become actions, how teams align, how trust is built, how influence is earned. If you want to win, whether in business, relationships, or life. You must learn to communicate with the clarity, confidence, and charisma of a leader. Communicating like a leader isn't about talking the most or sounding perfect. It's about connecting, inspiring, and guiding others toward a shared vision. This chapter explores the essential skills and mindset shifts to communicate like the leaders who move the world. The power of clear communication. Leaders speak with clarity. They avoid confusion and ambiguity. When you communicate clearly, you eliminate misunderstandings, build trust, inspire confidence, motivate action. Clarity means knowing your message, your purpose, and your audience. Before you speak, ask yourself, what do I want to say? Why is this important? How can I say it simply and powerfully? Listen more than you speak. Great leaders are first great listeners. Listening builds connection and understanding. When you listen deeply, you learn what truly matters to others. Gain insights that shape your response. Show respect and empathy. Build rapport and trust. Practice active listening. Focus fully, ask questions, and avoid interrupting. Communication is a two-way street. Speak with confidence and authenticity. Confidence in communication comes from belief in yourself and your message. Speak with a calm, steady voice. Use deliberate pacing. Authenticity means being true to who you are, not trying to imitate others. People connect with honesty and vulnerability. Don't be afraid to show your human side. Your confidence and authenticity inspire others to trust and follow you. Master the art of storytelling. Stories engage emotions and make messages memorable. Leaders use storytelling to illustrate points, inspire action, build connection, simplify complex ideas. Use personal stories, anecdotes, or examples relevant to your message. That a well-told story captures attention and moves people to a CT to be concise and purposeful. Leaders respect others' time and attention. Avoid rambling or filler. Keep your communication focused on key points. Use simple language and avoid jargon. Every word should serve a purpose. Use body language to reinforce your message. Nonverbal cues communicate more than words. Stand tall. Make eye contact. Use purposeful gestures. Your posture and expressions should align with your words. This creates trust and strengthens your influence. Handle difficult conversations with grace. Leaders don't avoid tough talks. They approach conflict with calmness and respect. Prepare by understanding the other person's perspective. Speak honestly but kindly. Focus on solutions, not blame. Difficult conversations build respect and clarity. Ask powerful questions. Great communicators ask questions that provoke thought and insight. Use open-ended questions to encourage dialogue and exploration. Questions show curiosity and invite collaboration. They shift conversations from statements to discovery. Adapt your communication style. Different people respond to different communication styles. Some prefer direct facts. Others want stories or data. Observe your audience and adjust accordingly. Flexibility increases connection and impact. Communicate vision and purpose. Leaders communicate not just tasks, but the why behind them. When people understand the purpose, they feel motivated and committed. Paint a clear picture of the future. Connect daily work to bigger goals. This inspires dedication and passion. Practice makes perfect. Like any skill, communication improves with practice. Seek feedback. Record yourself. Watch and learn from great communicators. Commit to continuous growth. Lead with your words. Your words have power. Use them to uplift, inspire, and lead. Communicate like a leader, and you become one. Chapter 12. Build your resilience armor. Life will test you. Challenges will come. Obstacles will rise, sometimes unexpectedly, often harshly. Winning is not about avoiding these struggles. It's about building resilience, an inner armor that protects you, strengthens you, and keeps you moving forward no matter what. Resilience is the ability to bounce back from setbacks, adapt to change, and keep your focus sharp even when the road gets tough. This chapter is your guide to developing that resilience armor. The mindset, habits, and practices that make you unstoppable. What is resilience? Resilience isn't just toughness or stubbornness. It's a combination of flexibility and strength. It's the capacity to recover from difficulties and keep growing. Resilient people don't crumble under pressure. They adjust, learn, and persevere. Resilience transforms challenges from threats into opportunities for growth. Why resilience is your greatest asset. You can't control everything that happens, but you can control how you respond. Resilience is the foundation of mental toughness, emotional stability, consistent performance, long-term success. Without resilience, even the brightest talents and hardest workers can fall apart when the going gets tough. With resilience, obstacles become stepping stones. Develop a growth mindset. At the heart of resilience is a growth mindset, a belief that abilities and intelligence can be developed through effort and learning. When you see challenges as opportunities to grow rather than threats to avoid, you build resilience naturally. Instead of saying, "I can't do this," you say, "I can't do this yet." This mindset shifts your focus from failure to possibility. Embrace discomfort as part of growth. Resilience is forged in discomfort. Growth doesn't happen in comfort zones. When you lean into challenges, hard conversations, difficult tasks, unfamiliar territory, you build mental and emotional strength. Ask yourself, what can this challenge teach me? How will facing this make me stronger? The more you embrace discomfort, the tougher your armor becomes. Practice emotional regulation. Strong emotions can cloud judgment and drain energy. Resilience involves managing your emotions, not suppressing them. Learn to recognize your emotional triggers. Use techniques like deep breathing, mindfulness, or journaling to stay calm under pressure. The ability to stay composed helps you respond thoughtfully rather than react impulsively. Build physical resilience. Your body supports your mind. Physical health is a critical component of resilience. Regular exercise, proper nutrition, and adequate sleep strengthen your ability to handle stress. When your body is strong, your mind follows. Cultivate support systems. Even the most resilient people don't go it alone. Build relationships with people who support, challenge, and encourage you. Lean on mentors, friends, and family when needed. Connection replenishes your emotional reserves and reminds you you're not alone. Set boundaries and protect your energy. Resilience requires protecting your mental and emotional energy. Learn to say no to distractions, toxic people, and activities that drain you. Prioritize tasks and relationships that align with your goals and values. Boundaries create space for focus and recovery. Learn from setbacks. Every setback is a chance to strengthen your resilience. After a failure or disappointment, reflect, what happened? What can I learn? How will I adjust moving forward? This reflection transforms pain into power. Maintain a positive, realistic outlook. Resilience isn't blind optimism, that it's realistic positivity. Acknowledging difficulties but believing in your ability to overcome them. Practice gratitude for what's going well. Focus on solutions instead of problems. This balanced perspective sustains your drive. Create daily resilience rituals. Small daily habits build long-term resilience. These might include morning mindfulness or meditation, regular physical activity, journaling your thoughts and progress, reading or listening to inspiring content, practicing gratitude. Rituals ground you and build mental strength over time. Resilience is a muscle you can train like any muscle. Resilience grows stronger with practice. Challenge yourself regularly. Face adversity head-on. Celebrate your ability to endure and grow. The more you train your resilience, the more unstoppable you become. Your resilience armor makes you unbreakable. When you build resilience, you build an armor that protects you from life's inevitable storms. This armor doesn't make you immune to struggle. It makes you powerful enough to keep going, no matter what. That is the true mark of a winner. Chapter 13. Win in relationships. Winning at life isn't just about personal achievements or career success. One of the greatest arenas for victory lies in the quality of your relationships, whether with family, friends, colleagues, or partners. Winning in relationships means building connections that bring joy, support, and mutual growth. Strong relationships fuel your resilience, expand your opportunities, and enrich your life in ways no amount of money or status can. This chapter reveals how to cultivate relationships that empower you and how to be the kind of person others want to win with. The foundation, genuine connection at the core of every winning relationship is authentic connection. People can sense when you are genuine or when you're just putting on a facade. Show up as your real self. Be honest, vulnerable, and open. Authenticity builds trust, and trust builds strong bonds. Listen to understand. not to respond. One of the most powerful relationship skills is active listening. Don't just wait for your turn to speak. Focus on truly hearing what the other person is saying. Ask questions, clarify, and reflect back what you've heard. When people feel understood, they feel valued, and that deepens your connection. Communicate with empathy and respect. Winning relationships require empathy, the ability to understand and share the feelings of others. When conflicts arise, approach the situation with respect and a desire to understand, not just to be right. Use I statements to express your feelings without blaming. Respectful communication fosters safety and openness. Be reliable and consistent. Trust is built through actions more than words. Be someone others can count on. Keep your promises. Show up consistently. Reliability is the glue that holds relationships together. Give more than you take. Winning relationships are rooted in generosity. This doesn't mean overextending yourself, but rather approaching interactions with a mindset of giving, whether it's time, attention, encouragement, or support. When you give sincerely, relationships flourish. Set healthy boundaries. Strong relationships require clear boundaries. Know your limits and communicate them kindly but firmly. Boundaries protect your energy and foster mutual respect. They prevent resentment and burnout. Celebrate others' success. Genuine winners celebrate others' victories as if they were their own. Be happy for those around you. Cheer on their progress. Support their dreams. This creates an environment where everyone can thrive. Handle conflict constructively. Conflict is inevitable. Winning in relationships means managing disagreements with maturity. Stay calm. Focus on the issue, not the person. Seek solutions that honor both sides. Conflict handled well can deepen understanding and strengthen bonds. Invest time and attention. Relationships require effort. Spend quality time. Be present. Put away distractions. The time you invest is a powerful signal of how much you value the relationship. Surround yourself with positive influences. Your relationships impact your mindset and success. Surround yourself with people who uplift, challenge, and inspire you. Positive relationships create a positive life. Grow together. Encourage growth, not just in yourself, but in those around you. Share knowledge, support learning, grow side by side. Relationships that evolve together last longer and bring more fulfillment. Be patient and forgiving. Nobody is perfect. Practice patience and forgiveness when mistakes happen. Holding grudges damages relationships and drains your energy. Choose to forgive and move forward. Win by being the best version of yourself. Ultimately, winning in relationships starts with you. Bring your best self. Kind, honest, respectful, and open. Lead with love, not ego. When you invest in yourself, you naturally attract healthier and more rewarding relationships. Winning in relationships is one of life's greatest victories. It's a lifelong journey of connection, growth, and shared success. When you master this art, you don't just win, you create a life worth winning for. Chapter 14, Money, Mindset, and Mastery. Money is a powerful tool. It can open doors, create opportunities, and provide freedom. But winning with money requires more than just earning. It demands the right mindset and a commitment to mastery. How you think about money shapes your financial reality, and mastery, deep skill and knowledge, multiplies your ability to create and sustain wealth. This chapter dives into the connection between money, mindset, and mastery, and how aligning all three sets you up to win consistently. The importance of a wealth mindset. Your relationship with money begins in your mind. A wealth mindset means seeing money as a resource to create value, not just something to spend or hoard. It means believing you deserve financial success. It means understanding that money is a tool, neutral in itself, used to build your vision and impact. Without the right mindset, earning and managing money becomes a constant struggle. Common money mindset traps. Many people fall into harmful patterns around money: scarcity thinking, believing there's never enough, fear of failure, avoiding risks that could lead to growth, instant gratification, spending impulsively rather than saving or investing, limiting beliefs, thinking money is only for others, not for you, comparing, measuring success against others' wealth. Recognizing these traps is the first step to breaking free. Shift from scarcity to abundance mindset means believing there are enough resources and opportunities for everyone. It shifts your focus from competition to collaboration. When you think abundantly, you're open to new possibilities. You share generously. You invest in growth rather than hoarding. Abundance creates a positive cycle of giving and receiving. Master your financial skills. Mastery isn't just about income. It's about managing, growing, and protecting your money. Key skills to master include budgeting and tracking expenses, saving consistently, understanding debt and credit, investing wisely, planning for taxes and retirement. Education is power. Seek knowledge relentlessly. Invest in yourself first. Your greatest asset is you. Invest in learning, health, and skills. The returns from personal growth far exceed any quick financial gain. Mastery starts with commitment to continuous improvement. Leverage. Multiple income streams relying on one income source limits your financial freedom. Build multiple streams through side businesses, investments, or royalties. Diversification reduces risk and accelerates wealth. Embrace delayed gratification. True mastery requires patience. Delay short-term pleasures for long-term financial security. Avoid impulsive purchases. Focus on goals. This discipline builds wealth steadily over time. Surround yourself with financial mentors. Learn from those who have achieved what you aspire to. Seek mentors. Read widely. Attend seminars. Their experience accelerates your mastery. Develop a mastery mindset. Mastery means committing to excellence. No matter the field. It means embracing challenges, practicing deliberately, and learning from failure. With mastery comes confidence and opportunity. Align money with purpose. Money without purpose can feel empty. Define why you want to win financially. What will your money enable? Freedom? Impact? Security? Purpose fuels motivation and wise decisions. Guard against complacency. Financial mastery requires vigilance. Markets change. Economies shift. Stay informed, adapt, and keep learning. Never settle for good enough. Celebrate financial wins. Acknowledge milestones, no matter how small. This builds momentum and reinforces positive habits. Celebrate progress to stay motivated. Money, mindset, and mastery. The winning trio. When you align a healthy money mindset with mastery and smart action, you create unstoppable momentum. This trio empowers you not just to earn, but to grow, protect, and multiply your wealth. This is how you win financially, consistently, and sustainably. Chapter 15. Stay hungry. Stay winning. Winning is not a destination, it's a journey. It's a mindset that must be renewed every day. To win consistently, you have to stay hungry. Keep your passion alive, your goals clear, and your effort relentless. Complacency is the enemy of success. When you lose your hunger, you lose your edge. This chapter reveals how to keep that fire burning, how to stay driven, focused, and ready to win, no matter where you are on your journey. What does it mean to stay hungry? Staying hungry means never settling for less than your best. It means striving for more, even after you've tasted success. That it's the refusal to get comfortable with where you are. The constant desire to improve, grow, and push beyond limits. Hunger keeps you curious. It fuels creativity and persistence. Without hunger, progress stalls. With hunger, possibilities are endless. Cultivate a growth mindset. The foundation of staying hungry is a growth mindset. See every challenge as a chance to learn, every setback as a stepping stone. When you believe you can always get better, you stay motivated to take action, even when it's hard. Growth mindset turns hunger into momentum. Set ambitious, evolving goals. Hunger thrives on goals that stretch you. Set goals that challenge your current limits. But don't stop there. Keep raising the bar as you grow. Ambitious goals spark excitement and focus. They create a roadmap that keeps your hunger alive. Feed your hunger with purpose. Purpose is the fuel for hunger. Connect your daily actions to a deeper why. Why do you want to win? What will it give you? Freedom? Impact? Legacy? When your goals align with your purpose, motivation becomes natural and unstoppable. Use failure as fuel. Hunger isn't about avoiding failure. It's about using failure to fire your drive. Every failure is a lesson, a signal to adjust and improve. Stay hungry by viewing setbacks as valuable feedback, not as reasons to quit. Surround yourself with hungry people. Energy is contagious. Spend time with people who share your hunger and drive. Their passion will inspire you, challenge you, and keep your fire burning. Your circle fuels your hunger. Maintain discipline over motivation. Motivation comes and goes. Hunger is what keeps you disciplined. Create routines and habits that support your goals. Show up consistently, even when motivation fades. Discipline turns hunger into action. Celebrate progress without losing focus. Acknowledge wins, but don't let them dull your hunger. Celebrate to recharge, not to rest. Use success as a reminder of what's possible. Then set your sights on the next level. Stay curious and keep learning. Curiosity feeds hunger. Explore new ideas, skills, and perspectives. Continuous learning keeps your mind sharp and your goals fresh. Visualize the future you want regularly. Imagine your ideal life. See yourself winning, overcoming challenges, and thriving. Visualization strengthens your hunger and sharpens your focus. Protect your energy and focus. Hunger requires energy. Limit distractions, manage stress, and take care of your body and mind. When you protect your energy, you sustain your hunger longer. Remember, hunger is a choice you decide. Each day, whether to stay hungry or settle, choose hunger. Choose growth. Choose winning. This choice keeps you moving forward, no matter the circumstances. Keep your fire burning. Winning is a lifelong pursuit. Stay hungry by renewing your goals, embracing challenges, and fueling your purpose with hunger. As your guide, you will keep winning day after day, year after year. Conclusion: you already have what it takes. As we come to the close of this journey, it's important to pause and reflect on a powerful truth. You already have what it takes to win. Winning is not reserved for a special few or handed out to the lucky. It's a skill, a mindset, and a way of living that is available to everyone, including you. All the tools, all the principles, all the strategies you need are already inside you. This book has simply helped you uncover and sharpen them. Your potential is real. Inside you lies immense potential, a reservoir of strength, creativity, and resilience waiting to be tapped. You've learned that winning begins with a decision, deciding that you are a winner, that you've seen that clarity, discipline, focus, and confidence are skills you can develop. You've discovered how to learn faster, turn failure into fuel, and build relationships that support your success. All these qualities are not distant ideals. They are within your reach right now. Believe in yourself. Belief is the foundation of all achievement. When you truly believe in your abilities and your worth, the impossible starts to feel possible. Trust yourself to take the next step, even if it's uncertain. Remember that every winner was once where you are, uncertain, learning, and growing. Your belief will carry you through challenges and keep your hunger alive. Take consistent action. Knowledge without action is wasted potential. Winning requires doing. Take consistent steps, no matter how small, toward your goals. Momentum builds from motion. The more you act, the more confident and capable you become. Embrace your journey. Winning is not about perfection or never failing, that it's about persistence, growth, and resilience. Celebrate your progress. Learn from setbacks. Every experience is part of your unique path to success. You are not alone. Remember, winning is a collective journey. Surround yourself with winners, seek support, and lift others as you climb. Together, you create a powerful network that multiplies your impact. Keep growing. Keep winning. Winning is a lifelong commitment. Keep sharpening your skills. Keep expanding your mindset. Stay hungry, stay humble, and keep pushing forward. Your journey is just beginning. Your time is now. You have everything you need to win. Right here, right now. Step into your power. Own your path. The world is waiting for what only you can offer. Win at everything you do, because you already have what it takes.